Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a twin flame reading for the collective for June 2019. This also may resonate with you if you are a light worker on the path of ascension. So let's get started. Here we have the divine feminine. This is her energy. We have the union energy, and then we have the divine masculine energy here. The divine feminine has spent a lot of time going within and really working out this journey. And one of the things about the hermit that I love is the fact that they keep their eye on the light even when there's darkness around them. So for the divine feminine, she's really had some solitude recently, been able to go within and really just connect with her inner strength and her inner knowing, I would say. Also, you will notice that both the divine masculine and the feminine are coming out of a kind of a dark place. I think the masculine has been in a little bit of a darker place than the divine feminine. However, both of them are mirroring that kind of solitary, whoa, we're smoking over here. Kind of that solitary feeling, and solitude is not a bad thing. Solitude is very important on the spiritual journey. You'll also notice that they are both in their king energy, which I think is fantastic. So the divine feminine is in her King of Swords energy. Now, swords, of course, have to do with thoughts. However, I also feel like swords are used for cutting things out. So the divine feminine has done a very good job and is continuing to cut things out of her life that no longer serve her. And this could be people, this could be situations that do not resonate with her anymore. Even situations with her counterpart, if there have been things in it that have been low vibration, she has really cut those things out because she's not interested in that anymore. She's interested in living a high vibration life, and anything that's not high vibration is falling out of her life. And she's done a really good job of also saying no to those things that are not resonating with her. Swords also represent thoughts, like I said, so she's really gained a lot of clarity in her thoughts, and she's gone within in the hermit mode to solidify her truth. And what that's doing is it's actually turning the wheel of fortune, because when you let go of things and you cut things out of your life that are of lower vibration, it opens your life up for new things to fill it. And so what's filling the divine feminine's life in June is the wheel of fortune. So that's abundance. It's abundance in all areas. The divine feminines are becoming financially abundant, relationally abundant, and in every area, spiritually, physically, all of the elements of our lives. The divine feminine in June is going to get just kind of a greater taste of what that abundance is going to look like for her. And her big thing right now is really balancing her energies. So if you've been more in your feminine energy being, you're now perhaps moving more into your masculine energy and taking inspired action. So that's what you're going to be seeing more of the divine feminine doing, as she's done that as the King of Swords. But she's also doing it because her wheel of fortune is turning, and she's starting to see traction in the area of abundance in her life. And that will definitely be something that is very evident in June. Now, her balance is a number 5. And 5 is all about change. And this is good change. This is the kind of change that she's been manifesting for a very long time. So June is just a completely exciting month. There's a need for balance and moderation with this balance card. It says cooperation and compromise. Wait for the perfect timing. A lot of the divine feminines have done a really good job being patient and keeping their eye on the light through many, many hard times. And so that is just very important. For her to remember that as she's coming more into her masculine energy, she's balancing out the feminine and masculine within herself. This is completely important for a union, for her to do this. All right, so we have the divine masculine, and he's been in a Nine of Swords energy. He's been dark night of the soul, feeling anxious about his divine feminine and about a lot of things in his life. You know, things have really gone to pot, I guess you could say, because if the divine masculine is not surrendered to source, the things that he's been relying on have been falling away because they don't serve him. The things that do not serve him anymore, he can't rely on them. And he's seeing true colors from people in his life. And he also misses the divine feminine. And so he feels that separation. And he also is embodying, so he's moving from this Knight of Swords into the King of Wands energy. And he's been feeling this for a little while. I think the Scorpio full moon really brought out the emotions that he feels towards the divine feminine in ways he hadn't felt before. And he's feeling very passionate about her right now. And he's waiting, he's seeing new growth, I think, is what's going on in his heart for her. Because this rod has little baby leaves on it. And the King of Wands is the kind of man that he's very... I'm actually going to pull it out really quick. I think I am. Anyway, he's very masculine. He's very take charge. He knows what he wants to do. He's in control. He's entrepreneurial. He's just a take action kind of guy. And so as he moves from his anxiety, he's really beginning to embody this King of Wands, which is a very important lesson for him, because part of his lessons moving forward is going to be to take that leadership role and communicate with the divine feminine in a way that he hasn't before, perhaps. It's just another lesson he has to learn. And I think a good way of putting that is when he initiates, you know, there's always that fear of rejection. And it's another lesson he's learning to move past the fear of rejection and to offer his cup, basically. And of course, he's just a lot of emotion right now. The Ten of Cups, this is happy fulfillment. This is happy home life. This is where he's moving. And this is something that he desires and is very passionate about. And he's come into that realization, you know, recently. And on a new level, I would say. He's always, of course, his higher self has always desired this, and that was the contract coming to Earth. But I think his conscious mind is now coming to the place where he's realizing that, you know, that's what he wants with the divine feminine. He wants this happy home life. And his passion is moving him towards this. He's figuring out his passions in life. He's, you know, waking up from the things that he was basically sleeping in a lot of ways. And as he awakens, he's awakening to emotions. And it's causing anxiety. And it's also causing deeper passion. So when you cover your emotions and you hold things in, not only are you not feeling maybe the emotions that you don't want to feel, like sadness or anger, you also are preventing yourself from feeling the happiness and the joy and the passion. So we have to allow ourselves to feel all the emotions so that we can enjoy our lives on a deeper level rather than going through life numb. And I think I feel that the divine masculine is really learning that in new ways right now. And he's also going within. So he's moving out of the Nine of Swords energy and moving into still a solitary kind of way of being, but more of the hermit, which is what the divine feminine has been in. And there's a lot of light in this hermit card as well. And it talks about spending time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. So the divine masculine is really learning more about his inner world, and he's having to take the time to rest. So whether he has healing he needs to do in his body, whether he's been sick, circumstances have been working out to allow him to have the time to go within, which is so important. So the middle energy, which is the connection energy, which I just absolutely love. I'm going to read to you the first one, which is the Six of Pentacles, which is also like the Six of Earth. Abundance is on its way. The universe loves a grateful heart and rewards gratitude with more abundance. You may be the recipient of this bounty, or you may be the giver. Gifts may be monetary or take another form, such as an opportunity, advice, or so forth. So in this situation, of course, it's talking about our union and how abundance is on its way in every level, and especially in this connection between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And what pulls that in is a grateful heart. So that's something that both the masculine and the divine feminine can be working on, is to be grateful for this journey, be grateful for the experiences, be grateful for the things that have happened, because they are leading us to deeper abundance and fulfillment, which is just super exciting. I also really like how the scales of justice are also in this picture, because we're in a time right now where karma is just such a real thing, and there's not much wait time between actions and cause and effect of karma. And that's been very fascinating to see. So this just reminds me that the scales are being balanced. So if things have been not balanced, if things have been crappy and things have been hard, just know that those things are balancing out, and you're going to be gifted by God with abundance in all areas. And He's providing that for you. And that's just so exciting to see. So have a grateful heart for the things you have now, and more abundance will show up as we're grateful and we receive what we already have, and continue to receive what we know is coming to us with a grateful heart. All right, so the other thing that we have with this is the Four of Wands. It was so cool how the Four of Wands and the Lovers both came out with this. So this one is talking about balance and abundance. And then we have the 4 and the 6. These are both sixes, which is harmony and harmony in a family life. And the 4 of Wands is all about kind of reaching a level of accomplishment. Our ships have come in, and the 4 is also for stability. So it says that you've worked hard and now you're being rewarded with contentment, peace, and abundance. The freedom your success has afforded you provides deep feelings of satisfaction. You safely navigated your way through the obstacles to a place where you can feel proud. Matters at home are rewarding. Someone may get married or is planning to move in with a partner. Peace and harmony have been established, and now you're seeking stability and commitment. That's beautiful. All right, and then we have the Lovers, which is a number 6. This card signals that a significant relationship is on your mind. It may be romantic in nature. Communication is key right now, and it is important to develop trust within the relationship. You can safely share your feelings with someone close to you. It's also a time of making important decisions in your life. The conclusions you reach now greatly influence your future, so it's important to weigh your options carefully. Make sure your choices are thoroughly considered and that you're able to act upon them. And this also talks about the need for balance, a return to health, and marriage and weddings. So there's a very strong element here of stability, commitment, basically reunion is what we're looking at here. I also want to read you the Knight of Water because it's just so beautiful. I grab it right here. The Knight of Water speaks about deep emotions. It says here, falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation for a social event. So basically, deep emotions are arising from this relationship and impacting your life. You're falling in love. There's a need to balance your emotions lest you become overwhelmed. You may take invitations to parties or social events. So as we learn to balance our feminine and masculine energy, and we do it on a daily basis, we're learning how to not be overwhelmed. And I think that's really important. So we've had many times of coming together, separating, coming together and separating. And this is a time now for coming back together. And whether it's in June or July or the following month, it's not about the timing so much as it is that you're ready, because when you're ready, the timing will be perfect. So I want to get a few cards for advice. All right, so for the feminine, we have gratitude. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's healing balm like the warmth of the sun. Oh, that is so cool, because the bottom of this deck was also the sun. So I don't think that that's an accident. So the divine feminine is really needing to be in a place of gratitude, because when you're in a place of gratitude for what you already have, you're drawing in beautiful new things. It's just beautiful. And for the, well, I have both of the, forgiveness is for both. So this is for the union card. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. So right now we're moving into a new place with this connection. We're choosing the higher timelines. And as we live in gratitude and we forgive others, we're releasing ourselves from lower vibrations and moving into our highest timeline, which is super important. Another way we do that is through solitude. This is the Divine Masculine card. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. That is so beautiful. So I want to go back to forgiveness for a second, because I know that there are things that the Divine Feminine has had to forgive the Divine Masculine for, and perhaps the Divine Masculine has had things to forgive the Feminine for, because there's been a lot of triggering and there's been a lot of healing, and there's been a lot of need to look through illusions to see the truth. I've been working on a lot of forgiveness this week with other people in my life, and I've realized how freeing it's been. I've had resistance to forgiving certain people, and doing that has freed me and created space in my life for new abundance to come in. And so that has just been an amazing element. Such an amazing part of what is needed on this journey at this time. I love how this solitude card came out with the Hermit, because this is something that the Divine Masculine has and is learning about and is starting to practice, if he hasn't already in the past. And it's the essence of being. And I love how this is balancing his feminine and masculine energy. All right, I'm going to do one more card before we head over to Vimeo. All right, so appreciation is the overall energy that the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine are moving into in June. Appreciation for the journey, appreciation for the dark and the light, the shadows and the light, appreciation for each other, and appreciation for those in their lives, and appreciation for the abundance that's coming in. So the sun is shining in June. It's the month of Gemini. We're getting ready to have the new moon in Gemini in a couple days. And so this is just a really exciting and bright and lighthearted time as we move from the darker energies into the light. And I'm now going to go ahead and go over to Vimeo and pull some cards with the Romance Angels. Get some messages from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine, and from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. And that's what I'm going to do. So to see you over there, I'll have the link below, and I'll see you over there. Thank you so much.